So I'm working on some binding. One question I always have is, how big do I make my seam allowance when I'm sewing my binding onto my quilt? And this is what I've learned. When you take your binding strip and you've folded it in half, you've given it a press, what you do is you take your binding and you fold it in thirds. So 1, 2, 3. And when you fold it in thirds, it will be even. Just make sure all of your edges line up. Make sure you've got a good straight edge. You open it up. That is your seam allowance. So 1/3 of your binding strip, when it's folded in half, that is your seam allowance. It doesn't matter what size of binding strip you use. That's how you figure out how big your seam allowance is going to be for your quilt. I'll do some math and put up some quick references after the video, but that's how you learn to do it. So you put it under your foot, you put your needle in that groove, that is your seam allowance. Hope you enjoyed that.